After Jon Jones' serious warning yesterday, Stipe Miocic in the Ariel Helwani show apologizes to Jon Jones for calling him a bitch in the UFC 309 countdown episode. Stipe says that he was not trying to disrespect Jones in any way and that it hurt his feelings. When he was asked a question about interim champ Tom Aspinall, Miocic did not answer whether or not he will fight him with a win at UFC 309. Miocic says that he is only worried about Jones right now and that's all he cares about. Jon Jones also gives an interview to Aaron Bronsteter where he clarifies that the heavyweight title would not necessarily have to be at stake if he were to fight Alex Pereira. Jones has intentions to vacate the belt after beating Miocic this weekend and pitches a BMF title fight against Alex Pereira after UFC 309. By the way, John's former opponents Daniel Cormier and Chael Sonnen both have something to say about him. Chael Sonnen is not sure if Jon Jones can take Miocic down at UFC 309 because that's something Daniel Cormier could not do, while DC continues his praising comments about Jon Jones and says that it will suck whenever Jones is gone because he has been champion a long time and has done a great job. Tom Aspinall, on the other hand, praises Michael Chandler's fighting style but also believes he's got to be one of the most frustrating people to coach. By the way, Michael Chandler, who's fighting in the co-main event of UFC 309, was also present at the Ariel Helwani show where he said that he still believes there's an element of quit in his opponent Charles Oliveira which he can exploit at UFC 309. He intends to break Oliveira down and make him unconscious. He also believes that Chandler vs McGregor will happen at some point, if not right after UFC 309. UFC 309 featured fighter Bo Nickel also revealed that he doesn't plan to fight a ranked guy after beating Paul Craig this weekend. He plans to fight a ranked guy after one or two more fights. He also revealed that Donald Trump has told him a couple times that he plans to attend UFC 309 at Madison Square Garden this weekend. And the last one from UFC 309 is that Stipe Miocic, Charles Oliveira and Michael Chandler joined Jon Jones with custom fight kits at UFC 309 in New York City. Now let's move towards UFC 310 where we thought Kamaru Usman is locked in to fight Shavkat Rakhmonov for the interim welterweight belt as UFC 310 headliner, but now it seems things are more complicated behind the curtain because Shavkat has called out Kamaru Usman and Colby Covington for making empty callouts for the media with no real intention to fight him. As soon as he made this statement, Colby Covington responded angrily and went off on Shavkat. He said via video message on Instagram that he is calling Hunter and Dana so that we can all see who's posturing for clicks.
I'm calling Hunter and Dana and we can all see who's posturing for clicks, bozo.
Shavkat then replies to Colby's response video and warns him that his talk will not help him in the octagon. Now let's talk about the changes in the UFC rankings after UFC Vegas 100. Carlos Prates debuts on the welterweight rankings at MVP's number 13 spot after knocking out number 15 ranked Neil Magny, who now departs the list. MVP lost 2 spots while the guy Prates called out Jeff Neal also lost a spot to Stephen Thompson. Jillian Robertson notched her third straight win with a decision result at UFC Vegas 100 and moves up 2 spots to number 12 in the strawweight ranking. The woman she beat, Luana Pinheiro, slides down 1 spot to number 14. And the post-fight rise in the rankings continues for Jacqueline Cavalcanti. 1 week ago, she debuted in the official UFC Women's Bantamweight rankings. This week, she moves up 1 more spot to number 14 on the list, with Chelsea Chandler sliding down to number 15. Now let's talk about some new official fight announcements as well as other interesting callouts. Fight announcements for UFC's return to Australia have been started at UFC 312 on February 8th. Jimmy Crute will return after fixing his unhealthy obsession with the sport to fight Marcin Francino after a long layoff. First Indian-born UFC fighter Anshul Jubli will also return to fight Quillan Salkil, and Ray Surya will take on Stewart Nicol at UFC 312 on February 8. Santiago Ponzinibbio will fight Carlson Harris, and Nurullo Aliyev will fight Janal Ashmos at UFC Vegas 101 on January 11th. Newly crowned one heavyweight champion Omar Kane has called out Francis Ngannou to make the biggest fight in African history, and Olympic medalist Tobias Despine, who was recently released from the UFC after a 1-2 run, has signed with Karate Combat and makes his promotional debut next month at KC51. Former heavyweight champion Charles Martin returns to the ring to headline West Side Promotions' November 16 show in Redwood City, California against Matthew McKinney. Andy Cruz took to his social media to call out Keyshawn Davis, and Deontay Wilder has welcomed a potential fight versus Francis Ngannou. Wilder insisted that he is not retiring from boxing, the best is yet to come. He says he is sorry for Francis Ngannou, who recently lost a child, but that fight is a conversation he is still looking to get in the mix. He revealed that he had a broken arm during his fight versus Joseph Parker and Zhilei Zhang, but did not realize it because he has a high tolerance of pain. Turki Al Sheikh has confirmed the news of him buying the Ring magazine from Oscar de la Hoya. He plans to restore the legacy of the Ring magazine rankings to its old mechanism and says that the Ring magazine will be a fully independent company without any involvement from Riyadh season. It is also confirmed that the Riyadh season Latino night card headlined by Gilberto Ramirez vs Chris William-Smith this Saturday night will be broadcast as a non-pay-per-view event on DAZN worldwide. Eddie Hearn vs Oscar de la Hoya's Riyadh season card story also continues after Eddie Hearn said yesterday that he'd accept de la Hoya's challenge for a fight for an 8-figure payday. De La Hoya now offered to fight Eddie Hearn for free as a gift to Turki Al Sheikh. De La Hoya said that he only needs about 2 months of training for knocking Eddie out. Eddie Hearn responds to this via Insta story and said that he is honored because a legend like De La Hoya needs 2 months of training for him. And now lastly, something for this weekend's Paul Tyson show. Jake Paul said he's calling out Canelo Alvarez in the ring for a cruiserweight clash after beating Mike Tyson. But Mike Tyson, on the other hand, is also ready to spoil Paul's plan. Tyson had some strong words for Paul, where he called him a manufactured killer who will be facing a natural-born killer in himself this Friday. Amanda Serrano, who is set to make the biggest purse in female boxing history in her rematch with Katie Taylor on the Paul vs Tyson card, offers advice to up-and-coming female boxers looking to get paid in the sport. And that's all for today. Now I will see you in the next video in which we will talk about some more news related to Fight World. So till then, goodbye.